Hi, I'm back. So today we're gonna get a bronze on bow
Live strong
and
as the
change the
mountains.
skin. So I've already made some progress so far. Ziggy looks like he's gonna be next. For those who just joined this journey, I've been trying to get bronze on every brawler since I've been busy getting a lot of prestiges. That's why Chester's at silver. And so so I've had like a lot of wood brawlers, and I don't want to my younger brother, who also plays Brawl Stars, to make fun of me for that, because he has a double the amount of trophies on Trophy Road that I have.
There is no end, only new beginnings.
So I'm trying to do this journey to bronze
We must
every
fight for
brawler.
peace.
I do some work behind the scenes, so that way it isn't like 30 minutes long, even though this one is like 20 minutes and like around 40 seconds. So
I
yeah.
am guided by the spirits.
I didn't need to, but like I edit these on CapCut, and so I did the voice thing, so I just sorry about that. And yeah, so probably after I get bronze
Live strong
on every
as the
brawler, I'm gonna
mountains.
try to get silver on every brawler, and then gold, and then prestige. So yeah, we're gonna have a very, very long journey. And for those who are wondering, what is your daily post? What is your daily post?
I am
When do
guided
you
by the
post?
spirits.
Every week.
Victory! I have been blessed by the spirits.
Every day. So expect me to post a video every day about getting bronze on a brawler. And yeah.
Live
I don't
strong
really
as the
know what
mountains.
to talk about. 19 minutes. Time. But yeah. What to talk about. Oh, should we talk about soccer since we are on the Star Cup right now? Do that. Just joined Premiere
Patience is the
a
key.
little bit ago. The season's over. But yeah, so it only lasted like 2 months, even though it felt shorter. So yeah. Oh yeah, and there's this team that we go against called the Ladybugs, and I tell you, they sucked to play against. Like, they would trip you, they would side tackle you, they would
Live
like
strong
kick
as the
you
mountains.
in the in the shins if you forgot your shin guards. And this is before Premiere. So then when we joined Premiere, my team got, so it was a different team when we joined Premiere, and they were also aware of the Ladybugs. And me and my friend Lana were also in the same team. So whenever like we were on the bus chatting, we would go and be like, hey, remember the ladybugs?
Blessed by the
Like, yeah, they
spirits are
suck.
calling my
And
name.
it's like, blah,
I am guided by the spirits.
So when we joined Premiere, we thought we were gonna be safe from the ladybugs for like a while. But then we were playing a game, we were getting warmed up on the side, and then I look over and I
I
notice
fight for my
the
ancestors.
team because I noticed all the players, and then I kid you not, I looked towards the nearest player on my team and literally say, the ladybugs we're playing against the ladybugs. We're playing against the ladybugs. We're playing against the ladybugs. And they're like, no, we aren't. We didn't. And I was like, look over there. And then they played the opposite team. And then they had the widest eyes I have ever seen anyone have. And then the drama quickly spreads out through the team in less than 5 minutes. And then everyone is like, there's no way the ladybugs joined Premiere. There's no way. Like, are they gonna be like before? Are they gonna trip us, side tackle us? Or the coach is gonna do nothing about it? Again, like, what are they gonna do? And then they would, one of our best players named
I am guided by the spirits.
Elena. She was really good at offense, goalie, defense. The best goalie was the girl named Lydia that we went to school as me. So yeah, it was kind of like a little circle that we made. Like the Kingsley, no,
Defeat!
like the school. I'm not gonna, because I don't go to Kingsley. I don't know it. So it was like blank school and blank school combined. Because I'm not gonna say the schools that we go to on the team, because that would be leaking
I am
information
guided by the spirits.
and blah blah blah. So yeah. And like sometimes I would head to the park and I would see Warren sometimes, and like we would hang out till like street lights go on. Like we would like hang out for 8 to 9 hours. It was so fun. And like we even practiced soccer in our backyard. Like we it was fun. But anyway, back to the main story. Against the ladybugs, and it's like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Oh no. Like, this is like the third game of the season so far, and we've lost the first 2.
Ancestors.
So we were like, there's no way we're gonna lose again. But luckily we won, and I think the coaches caught on to what the ladybugs are doing, and they told them not to sign tackle push, and that was good. So after we won, I look at my team and I'm like, how is our first win against the ladybugs? And like we were all proud for that and stuff. And also there's this team that we played against called the Axolotls, which were very easy to beat. And I'm not making fun of them or anything. I'm just saying they didn't play as good as they did in
Live
previous
strong
rounds.
as the mountains.
And also, there's this park right next to the soccer
Let
field.
your spirit soar.
The soccer field is like a turf football field, but it's like cut in half. So like two games at once. So
I
yeah,
fight for my ancestors.
that's what we were playing on. And we got and sometimes we would head there, and my youngest cousin would be there with his sister, which is also a baby. We're the babies.
Wind speaks to me.
And they're so cute. And then, we would hang out with our cousins, and then hang out for a little more, and then talk about my game, and then we would head home. That's practically how it went. But if I tell you what happened before I joined here,
And ready for carnage.
it would practically be a whole nother story.
Spirits are calling
It
my
would
name.
just practically be the opposite of like just
We fight for peace.
Oh yeah, also in my description I said I'm no longer in a cast, so that's good.
We fight for peace.
Yeah, no more cast. And when I broke my arm,
Fly.
I was playing this game called Gaga Ball. If you don't know what Gaga Ball is, which probably none of you do, it's a game where you're in this like hexagon, like border, like you like come in, and like there's like black padded stuff on the cement, so that way you don't fall on it. And then so you use your hands, and
Live strong
you would
as the
hit the
mountains.
ball and stuff. But if the ball hit your foot, then you would get out of the hexagon thing, walk over, take one lap around the thing, and hop back
I
in
am
the
guided
game.
by the spirits.
But then the boys in my grade at my school would do this thing called knockout, which if you got hit once with the ball, you couldn't get back until the round was over. But there would be a game called Break-In, and all the people that were out could suddenly pop back in the game. And it was pretty
I
fun.
am guided by the spirits.
So yeah. So I was playing Gaga Ball with practically most of the boys, since no one else really liked Gaga Ball. And one of my classmates, not my classmate, one of the kids in my grade,
I am guided by the
Jose,
spirits.
he hit the ball towards me, and my brain was literally in slow motion, and it literally said, okay, 2 buttons. I could either dodge the ball or hit the ball.
As much.
Let's do dodge the ball. And I dodged the ball, but then I also slip, and my arm, like my hand is like facing my body and it's like making a perfect 90-degree angle with my wrist, and my wrist is also
Live strong
head
as the mountains.
first into like the ground, and then 2 seconds later I'm on the ground and was crying my lungs out because I hear like a crack, I can't really do the crack sound, but like I hear a crack in my wrist, and I'm just holding my wrist, rocking like a baby back and forth. And then one of the teachers who were supervising the Gaga Ball took me to the nurse's office. And I'm still crying. And I'm like, I think I broke my arm. And then the nurse that they brought out, like there's 2 nurses in the room. And then they brought out another nurse who's good with these things. And I was holding my arm out to her. And then she said, well, if you broke your arm, your wrist, your bone would have been poking out of your wrist. And in my head, I was like, I don't think that's how broken bones work. But then I got sent home early, and my dad takes me to the doctor to get me in the cast. He first is like, could you put your wrist all the way, like turn it around all the way, and like I get it like 45 degrees, and then I can't like do it any higher. If I could do it any higher, but then it would hurt like that double hockey stick. And this is a family friendly channel, okay? No, I ain't saying that. And my dad takes me to the hospital, same one near a library, and oh yeah, and we wait there for like in the lounge for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm just holding my wrist out, and I'm like, what if I do break my arm? Which I probably did, and I did, so that's why I was in class. And I went to 3 different hospitals, and they all said something different about my wrist. And one was like, you didn't break your wrist. The second was like, yes, you broke your wrist. Or you broke 2 bones. And then the other was like, the last one I trusted the most was, why you may ask? I trusted them the most because they actually did an x-ray, unlike the other 2. And they said I broke my wrist, but while I broke my wrist, my bone, or one of my bones in my wrist shifted to the side of it. So it didn't really break, but it shifted a bone. So I only really needed the cast to get the bone back in its place. And like I didn't have a broken arm, but when it cracked, the crack was the bone shifting, and they also let me see the x-ray, and they pointed out the bone that this was my wrist, and I saw the x-ray, and it was like a little bone in my wrist towards the left, and she said, okay, so this tiny bone right here is supposed to be here, but somehow when you broke your wrist, it shifted a little bit to this way. And so also you're probably gonna have a permanent bump there from the bone. So just telling you. And then once I heard the word permanent bump, I was like, there's no way when I shifted this bone it was a permanent bump where the bone shaped. So I didn't break my wrist, but I only had the cast to put the bone back in its place. So that was very, very fun this year for little me, who was probably 8 or 9 years old at the time. I was in like 3rd grade.
This is so lame.
So yeah. That wasn't very pleasant for me to hear as a little infant.
This is so lame.
Oh yeah, also, maybe this could inspire other people about my quest, my journey to get bronze all the way on every brawler. So if that inspires any small content creator who also does Brawl Stars, I would be happy to have that going. So yeah. Oh yeah, and also when I was getting my cast on, when they were like making my cast, I was like, hopefully I get to choose my color. And like I'm like sitting on this like little thing, and then my dad is like, maybe you could choose your own color. And I'm sitting there for 30 minutes just wanting it to be the color of green or like turquoise, because I like those colors. And yeah.
Super rare.
And they come out, and I was like, do I get to choose? And they're like, no, you don't. You get a classic black one. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's how I got a cast. And yeah. Bye.